Tell me all about this fabulous mentorship program that you guys started in just really the last few months in 2020.
Yeah. So, when the movement started and everybody was shocked and we're all trying to find ways to make a difference, all corporations, all companies, all business owners came out and at the very least came out with a statement. And the question that came to me was, how does this not become Groundhog Day? We've been there. We've seen this. It's over and over and over again. The intention is there, but the action isn't. So we started asking the questions: what can we do to make things different this time? How can we really come around and, as the business community, make a difference? And we were consulting and asking and looking for training, and then educated ourselves. And the problem really lies in access and opportunity. That's really where the problem is. And so, with understanding that that is the problem, we tried to find a solution there. And I feel that the problem is amplified with young people, especially with this particular generation. So we came and decided to create a mentorship program for young people from underrepresented communities. Um, and this was a tough program. When I say it's a tough program, the requirements for a real estate license is simply to graduate high school. But our requirements, we made them more difficult. We said, you know what, if you want to really, we want to make it competitive, we wanted to get the best people. So you have to either be enrolled in college or finish the college. And there was a rigorous interview process. And we accepted 1 in 10. So this was, this is not a charity work. This is we wanted to make sure that the people who came into this program are people who have a shot at succeeding, because the real estate is a very tough business. And Claire, who's here, who basically she ran the whole show. She interviewed everybody. She put it all together. Barbara O'Connor, our president of Broker Services, put the education program together. And we took the 12 mentees. We met once a week for a class. So they got education every single week. And each mentee was paired with a mentor that really just held their hand and showed them everything they needed to do. And at the same time, we sponsored a leasing license for them, because we find that in industry, that is the age group that comes into leasing. People, their peers are leasers, are not buyers. We don't know a lot of real estate brokers who are 18 years old. But 18 to 23, they're leasing. And so we got them into that particular license. And it was very important for us to come from a space that this is not self-serving. It's not a recruitment effort. When the program was done, we gave the mentees options. We say, hey, where do you live? And we found an agency in the South Side that would interview them. We found a rental agency in the North Side that would interview them. And most of the mentees simply did not live in those areas. And we offered them a job at Dream Town. We said, you do whatever is good for you. And that's what happened. Some people, we collaborated with the apartment people in the North Side, and they were great. And Daniel's here on the call, took a job with them and became one of their top agents. Maurice Ortiz, one of the managers there, keeps thanking me over and over again for sending him Danny. He can't believe that I gave him up. So in a nutshell, that's the program. That's what happened, and we're ready to launch another round. So we're hoping that this platform will create more applications for us.
That's so amazing. I love that you're offering not only opportunity, but like you said, it's not a self-serving. You're not saying, we're going to be stingy. We want to keep you all. You stay with us. You're willing to share the wealth of the program. So tell me, Danny, as a participant, what was it like for you? What's it been like?
Yeah, so I still till this day look back at the mentorship that I was so grateful to be a part of. My mentor Solomon, who's not on the call right now, I always think back to all the times we would go out and either do showings or either look over a contract or meet a new potential client. Just all those things that he does with his broker's license is kind of what I apply to leasing, and it goes so hand in hand and it works so well that I can't thank him enough for being my mentor, because it has honestly put me in a position where like Yuval has said, I've been able to succeed at the apartment people, and my managing broker there, Eric, he's been a great help with me. Maurice, my other managing broker, Mike, all of those guys are helping me as well as I continue to learn. But the fact that I was able to learn so much from the program and be able to actually apply it in the career that I have now, and actually see it, with results, and I'm able to, rent out, apartments so easily. And it's all because of the mentorship, honestly, because of my mentor Solomon. He's very dedicated to his craft. So I tried to pick up as much as I could, and it's been a great experience. And I want to thank you guys again, Claire and Yuval for sure, and especially you, Doctor Davenport, for sure for this. And I got nothing but good to say. That it was awesome, and I'm super grateful. And until this day, I always look back to all the things my mentor taught me. I think it was an amazing experience, and I'm super grateful.
I love to hear that because so many agents, when they're getting started in real estate, this is one of the biggest complaints we hear is that you feel like you're getting started and you're being thrown to the wolves. You're like, okay, I took classes, but they don't actually help you with the day to day, the just everything you need to do. So this is amazing to hear. Tell me more, Millie. What was your experience?
No, I definitely loved my experience at the mentorship program that I even decided to stay with Dream Town
Woohoo!
because my mentor Lauren Burgell, she was a great teacher and she still is. And I have a part-time job, so having to balance both of it and have my mentor still there has been definitely beneficial and a great experience. Like right when the mentorship program finished, I got started with Dream Town, and she already was representing a landlord, so I had a bunch of showings to do for that particular property. So it's been a great opportunity. So again, thank you, Claire and Yuval, for this, because I think this is one that's going to stick with me forever, even though I have a part-time job.
I absolutely love to hear this. Now, Kyle, I see that your name in the bio includes mentor. So are you one of the mentors of the program? And if so, do tell.
Yes. So actually, I need to change that. I was actually a part of Chicago Scholars. I was a mentor for them, helping the 12 kids who were in high school, figuring out their passion and purpose in life and helping get through college and that type of nature. But pretty much for me, I'm doing everything. So which was crazy is because I worked across the street at CVS. And so the reason why I applied everything, how I got to know about the program was a guy named Colin. He works at Dream Town. And I told Claire about this, which is amazing, just awesome. And, through CVS, I've talked to different customers, just asking questions, what type of advice would you give a recent college grad? Just really building relationships and just really trying to understand life and about my purpose and my passion. And so I met Colin months ago, but he's always busy with his boys, and his schedule. So, I took him out of my own hands and just applied for it. And pretty much from there, the same day or the next day, Claire called me and she's like, let's set up an interview and schedule. I'm like, of course, like, let's do it. I've been really looking at Dream Talk. It was crazy because you just never know, an opportunity can be literally right down the corner across the street from you. And so for me, it was about building connections and building relationships, but also building up a community. That's what I look at Dreamtown is. It's building a community for undeserved individuals, but for people to share love and compassion and to understand what it means to be part of this life of just being human and showing whether what color, race, sexual identity doesn't matter. It's about building community and understanding your passions and building relationships with one another. And so for me, when I got the opportunity, it was just crazy to me because every time I would pass by, working at CVS from August to now, I was like, something's great going to happen to me in that. Or, it was just one of them feelings. And, when I met Colin and got a phone call with Claire, it was just mind blowing to me. And so when I got the opportunity, instantly, it was just like an automatic yes for me. And it was just amazing. And I just love the program and everything they're doing. And I'm just so excited for what the future brings for me in this program in Dreamtown.
That's amazing to hear. And Claire, your ears should be ringing at this point. I love it. So Claire, tell me more about your role with the program, as well as if other companies want to duplicate something like this, what should they do? What are your thoughts? And Yuval, please jump in as needed as well.
Yeah, so I handled most of the logistics. So like Yuval said, I did dozens of interviews. I got to talk to people from all over the city of varying degrees of drive. And one of the things Yuval talked about is we really wanted to find a crew of people who had the drive for this career. So as we do this program moving forward, and like Kyle said, he's joining our spring cohort, we're looking for people who have the drive for this career, because there are a lot of people who want to be real estate brokers. But like you've all mentioned, what we kept seeing were all of those barriers to entry. So for us to be able to remove the financial barrier to entry, the access barrier to entry, the networking barrier to entry, help set up people like Millie and Danny, who have been such great assets to the program, as well as just good people, they get set up for success in a career that would have been really hard to break into. Like you said earlier, Dr. Davenport, it's hard to be in real estate. So to be able to have a program like this, I'm really proud to be a part of it and be a part of Dreamtown. And in terms of replication, I mean, Yuval, what do you think about this? I would love to see this replicated.
It's actually not that hard at the end of the day after you've done it, right? So what we're happy to do is to share the curriculum. Anyone who's listening here right now and wants to replicate this anywhere in the country, give us a call. We'll send you the curriculum that we've developed that we found was right. And then the logistics are, again, they're not that difficult, but the outcome is phenomenal. It's really a win-win for everyone. In fact, the Real Estate Institute, who is a real estate school, they donated their course into it. We found that the universe has conspired to help once we put it out there. We found that the MLS, they all gave them free MLS accounts because they wanted to be part of it, like the Chicago Association of Realtors. Every organization, if you're trying to replicate this, everybody will help you. Everybody wants to be a part of it. Every company we owned for partnership said yes, and everybody won. So it's easy to do.
That is
Very
so
scalable too. If you have the mentors, we're ready for you.
That is amazing to hear that you had so much buy-in from the different organizations around your community to help with this. One final question. What do you guys think? Sometimes when we start talking about diversity and helping those that are underrepresented join our industry, you start to hear things like, oh, it's a zero-sum game, meaning if I give a position to this person, we're taking it away from someone else. What do you think about that? I love you all that you're shaking your head. No, no, no.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So it's Chicago's not Brooklyn. People in Chicago don't live together. They don't. We have neighborhoods that are predominantly white, Black, Hispanic. For the most part, that's the reality of this particular city. And Chicago has the widest urban gap of home ownership between Black and white people. Number one in the nation. About 74% for white and 39% for Black. And by allowing access and opportunity for people from underrepresented communities, they simply are able to go back into their community and increase the home ownership. They're not taking a job away. They're just adding more opportunity for people who don't have it. So there's really, we need more and more people. The industry will grow more and more.
There's something I want to say about that, Yuval, too, really quick. Sorry to interrupt. I mean, you honestly hit the nail on the head. As soon as I started working, I started to get so much work from where I'm from, in the Belmont, Craig, and Portage Park area. And I mean, it has been insane how the rental market is in that area, and the clients that I work with all just feel so comfortable working with me and being able to speak in the same language and just flat out communicate and relate at a different level. It's definitely a great community help to for me to help out the community and vice versa, and hopefully close that gap between the homeowner people that don't have.
I want to second what Annie said. I've definitely got a diverse group of clients now where I'm trying to help them look for areas to live in. And one of those being is Little Village. So it's a very Latin and Hermosa Park. So it's definitely been perfect for minorities and me helping them in my community.
I found in this program, it's not just people walking out with jobs, although clearly that is something that happens. It was about knowledge share and transfer. So even if people in this program didn't walk out, like we have a couple people who are still in college, so they didn't leave to get a job. They went back to school to keep getting their degree, but they went home and were able to share what they've learned with their parents and their friends and the people in their community. And all that does is raise the profile of brokers in Chicago, let alone all over the country. So to answer your question about taking away seats at the table, we're making a bigger table.
Claire, that's like the perfect statement to end on. That's it. You guys are.
I want a little plug. I'm going to ask that anybody who wants to apply for the program, if you're listening right now, if you know anybody who wants to apply for the program, dreamtown.com/mentorship. Just the application, the information is right there. So please send us more people.
Come join Kyle in our spring cohort. We're ready for you.
Please do. I just want to end this off by thanking Claire and everyone else for just giving this opportunity. Especially nowadays, COVID and everything. Even though it's a new year with new goals, new accomplishments, just new bigger things just coming our way. I just do want to say not only thank you, that it's a true pleasure and honor to be accepted into the program, to be a candidate, but also that in doing this and applying for it, it's bigger than just real estate for me. It's bigger than just people get into it for money, or because a lot of her work, like Claire told me, this is a long-term type of game. And for me personally, it's not about the finance or the money. For me personally, like it's always been, whatever opportunity I go into, it's about my why aspect, why I'm doing it. And really why I'm doing it is to build communities, to build, whether you're Black, Caucasian, Hispanic, Asian, we're all human beings. And we all have feelings, we all have emotions. We all, think the same about certain situations and different places we go into. So for me, it's about building a community of passion, of love, of sincerity, of family. And, I just want to thank Dream Town for giving this opportunity, because there's not a lot of opportunities out there that's just about that. There's opportunities out there that's just want to make you an employee, just want to make you just to make money, just make you another person to be replaceable like a robot. But this is not like that. This is a place where you can able to speak out, able to be a change maker, able to bring purpose into people's life, able to change someone's life and perspective and the mindset from an employee into a business owner and an investor. And so this is what Dream Town is about at the end of the day. And so I just want to appreciate everybody for just giving me the opportunity and just listening to my voice and be able to give me the resources and tools to put that voice out into this world. So thank you.
Kyle, I have a hunch that you're going to do okay.
I'm over for it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, this has been a wonderful game. You guys are movers and shakers, and I applaud you. Hats off to all of you, because this is not an easy world we're in right now. So much going on, even just this week alone. So thank you for being committed to serving the community. Thank you so much.